Prescott off play action. Flushed out right. And incomplete to open things up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So Dak with a completion there, really showing no ill effects from that injury a season ago. Yeah, what do you think your keys are defensively trying to stop Mr. Prescott?
Well, I think any defensive coordinator will tell you, stop his running game first, because he is at his best off of play action when all of your linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage after the fake to the running back, and that allows him room and space to make a decision downfield. So take away the run, and that allows you to drop into coverage and blanket the field.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Open here, Adam Thielen. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 91 yards. And the Vikings on just 2 plays have taken the lead. So from back deep in their own territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off. I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. On first down, Pollard. And a nice spin into some open field. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They'll run on first down. Pollard. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty. But it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, there's so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that one or two guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Looking to throw again on second down. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4. Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Zerline now for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Cowboys 31, Vikings 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's got a man complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. From the gun, here's Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs.
Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives, and you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept a pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They'll run with Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The one with the dime look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On play action, Cousins. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete to Smith-Marset. Touchdown, Vikings! Amir Smith-Marset, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a dump off here complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Play action now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
From the 45 on second down. Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run here with Rico Dowdle. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. He'll find Smith-Marset complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Cousins now from the 50. Flushed out right. That's taken in by Smith-Marset. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To the air again, it's Cousins. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. They run here with Dowdle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Prescott from the gun. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Following the interception, Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, Cook finds a seam inside the 40 and down right around the 37.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings feature back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 18. From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Now Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Here's Prescott.
They'll drop this underneath to Pollard.
They find some open field here. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. A big play that time on the catch and run.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Run for Pollard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And Zerline's kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And this coaching staff, CD, I think you'd agree, pleased with this overall effort.
Oh, I think they're more than pleased, right? They've got to look at each other like, wow, we just pulled this one off in a big way. Great job of motivating, even better job of game planning. They were facing a top 10 defense, so they had to make sure that everything was buttoned down, and they had it ready to go, and their guys executed.
Yeah, they were concerned not only about moving the ball through the air, but also on the ground, but both really started to come in sync. So for the Cowboys, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your